my foot thing. Now, a lot of my life, there's always been something going on between me and feet. There's even been a little bit of inside jokes and running jokes between me and some of my real life friends that I have some sort of foot thing. Even I made a joke about it in a semi-recent video because I thought it was funny. But yeah, there's always been something about me and feet. And I kind of wanted to talk about it. I kind of wanted to be a little bit more transparent about it, be a little bit more real and serious about it, or, talk about it in a more real and serious way. At least about as real and serious as I can be about this kind of thing, this kind of subject. So, yeah. Let's go. It all started back in high school. Back in my language arts English class, there was this girl who always wore flip-flops, sandals. Except during wintertime, of course, but she always wore those type of shoes, flip-flops, sandals, the type of shoes that would, show off her feet and toes and everything. Yeah. And I started noticing that. And I also started noticing that she had really nice looking feet. Her feet were cute or whatever. And yeah. And I was confused by this because I didn't know why. I started just now noticing her feet and started looking at her feet and, finding them nice looking or cute or whatever. I was confused by this. I didn't know why. I didn't understand it. So I did some research later online and unfortunately found out that some people have a foot fetish, that they are sexually excited by feet in some way. And so I first thought maybe that's what it is. Is that what it is with me? Do I have a foot fetish? I didn't know. So I partook in or watched some foot fetish content and found out that no, I don't. I don't have a foot fetish. Watching that kind of stuff did absolutely nothing for me. It didn't turn me on. It didn't excite me. It didn't do anything. I didn't really enjoy it either. So I'm like, it's not a sexual thing. It's not a fetish thing. What is it then? So I did more research and found out later that it can be more of an aesthetic thing, that you can just like how something looks, And I thought, that actually fits me more, because that fits me perfectly. That fits this entire thing perfectly for me. Because that's what it is. I just like how they look, I think they look nice and cute even, depending on whose foot it is or what kind of foot it is or whatever. So it's like an aesthetic thing. I just like the way they look. It's like, yeah, that's perfect. That's what it is. Yeah, I know it's still weird. Even I still think it's weird. And I've come to terms with that, and I've accepted the fact that, yeah, it's weird. And I'm okay with it. And I'm okay with the, you know, judgment that comes along with, you know, people knowing about it. You know, I'm okay with people finding it weird still. But yeah, I guess, aesthetically appreciate feet. And I guess it's more female feet, women's feet, because I've never really appreciated or never really liked looking at guys' feet that much. So it's more like, I guess, feminine feet. That's a better word for it. So yeah, it's just like an aesthetic appreciation for feet. That's my whole foot thing. That's what it's always been. And it's always weird explaining it to people because they always will assume that it's a foot fetish. They always assume that it's sexual when it's not. At least not for me. It's never been a sexual thing for me. But, yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this. I know it's a weird topic and people are going to automatically think things about me now or assume things about me now. And that's totally fine. You can do whatever you want. But, yeah. I aesthetically appreciate more feminine feet. You know, more, you know, feminine looking feet. You know, it's kind of like saying someone has nice legs. You know, you don't, people won't assume that you have like a leg fetish. No. So why is it like always, I think it's just because it's feet. Feet are always weird. You know, they're always a weird thing. People are always going to think weird things about it. You know, if someone likes it in any sort of way, they're always going to assume, you know, weird stuff about him or weird stuff about those people, or they're always going to think it's some sort of weird thing, no matter what. And it is a weird thing, I will admit, but I don't know. Yeah.